it's great to see so many dedicated and compassionate people come together for the animals. And I wanted to say a huge thank you for the opportunity to join you today and to march for the tens of thousands of sheep and calves that have left Kent shores over the years, and more recently the hundreds of sheep that passed through Ramsgate on Tuesday evening. The first time I ever saw a live export shipment was 8 years ago. It was May 2006, and despite being horrified about what I'd read about the trade, I was quite unprepared about how I would feel. Seeing those beautiful animals confined in those lorries, knowing they'd be on there for hours, I actually felt physically sick and dismayed with the world. But when I woke the next day, that hopelessness had gone. I had drawn on the drive of the people that I met that evening and knew that we could make a difference. And it wasn't just the people that I met that night that would come together to make a difference, and it's not just the hundreds of us here today, it is the hundreds of thousands of people who have ever taken an action to support the campaign to stop live exports. In the last 24 hours alone, people from all over the UK have signed the Change.org petition. And I just wanted to read out some of their comments and see the support that's coming out from afar. For example, Susan Crady from Blackpool, and this is all within the last 24 hours, wrote, "Just stop this cruelty." Isabella Tobin from Edinburgh said, "This is barbaric." And Mary Corrin from Cardiff said, "This is the most disgusting and unnecessary trade. It is an embarrassment to the UK and it must stop immediately." So it's important for us to be here today because we're not just being a voice for the animals, we're being a voice for the thousands of people that can't be here in Kent today. So what's next? How do we move towards an end to this trade once and for all? First of all, we must continue to be the eyes for the animals. The amazing Kent campaigners that turn up to every shipment. You're making sure that we keep these exporters on their toes, and the information you provide really highlights how regulations are failing. We also have our RSPCA inspectors in the port, and we can't thank Thanet Council enough for letting us be there. We also await the outcome from the Dover Council inquiry into live exports. Now, there was really strong evidence submitted, and the report really will be a useful tool in this fight for justice for animals. Here is to keeping our chins up when we witness this horrible cruelty, and here is to working together to stop live exports.